The price of Bitcoin is attempting to break above $111,000 throughout the weekend, and we are literally at the middle of the range. Today, I am going to explain what I need to see on the price action to take my next trading decision, either for a short or a long position, because we are actually at a difficult pivot where we are at right now. We are below $116,000 and we are above $106,000. Now, we basically in the middle of this range. Now, we do have a lot of liquidity below $106,000 and a lot of liquidity above $106,000. So in the middle of the range, it becomes a little bit complicated right now to say we're going to form a lower high and we're just going to roll over. That is definitely a possibility. But also, we could be forming a higher low right over here and heading up to $116,000. There are technical reasons for the price to do that. So let's go in detail in this episode, and I'm going to let you know where there will be a sign of strength and where there's a sign of weakness, and potentially we're going to much lower prices. I'll explain where I want to add to my current long positions, because I am long on Ethereum, I am long on Bitcoin, and I do want to see some strength to make this position even bigger, guys. So I'll be explaining that, guys. Whoever is interested in trading, make sure to check out the links down below, guys. You got 15% cashback on Bluffin, and also on BTCC, you do get up to $10,000 in reward bonuses. The more you trade, the more bonuses you are going to get airdropped, so you can increase your capital to trade, guys. Take advantage. The links are down below in the description. You got the second or third link for Bluffin BTCC. You just need an email and a password. So let's go in detail a little bit what we do see here. Now, on the futures platforms such as Bybit, that dump that we had on the 10th of October formed a big, massive wick. And yes, it is true that we are forming higher lows, a little bit of an ascending triangle idea here, all right? And it does look pretty damn good. However, we are hitting the point of control of this entire range since July. It is literally hitting it to the dollar right now, and it looks like it could struggle to break above this zone. As you can see, it's the point of control since July, the highest volume node, and we are just tapping that level right now. Now on the Coinbase chart, also the entire range since October, we are hitting that point of control. We are trying to attempt to break above this zone. If we do break with a good leg to the upside, it's going to be looking pretty good for the bulls, but we need to follow another leg after that one. I'll explain why. That has to do with Elliott wave theory, of course. If we manage to break this point of control, I would say that what we would want to see after that leg breakout is a little consolidation, okay, for a possible wave 4 and tackle again the highs. That is also the value area high of this entire range. This is a zone where the price could definitely fail to break to higher levels. That is sitting just below $114,000. We also have a naked point of control. When we get the session volume profile here, we can see that we left a high volume node on last Tuesday's price action, okay? There's a high volume node just at $114,000 here. That is exactly where we have the value area high. Let me explain how the price could move if it is going to be bullish. If we suddenly break out this point of control, it's going to be looking okay for the bulls, only if we manage to consolidate either at the point of control here, naked point of control, value area high. It is actually a pretty good internal swing failure pattern level. That lower high that was formed on Wednesday at 113.7 is actually an okay swing failure pattern just for a scalp, because we could consolidate here in a wave 4 and attempt to break out in a wave 5. Now, this is the zone that I like to attempt some shorts for a possible correction. Now, hear me out here. This would be a possible 5-wave move to the upside. Of course, after a 5-waver, do we hit 116K or do we manage to fail at $114,000 to try and get above it and then get the corrective move to the downside? If the price were to move in a similar matter as the drawing here, I would recognize that the price has moved up impulsively. And of course, we are looking for that pullback, but we are coming down to the point of control. Any fake outs beneath the point of control and recovery is going to be an absolute sign of strength. this is the moment to join the market, okay? Because we've had an impulse up, you are getting the rejection from the value area high, and you're looking for that move down. You got the point of control, okay? It's looking pretty good. You're looking for that correction to come down to the 50%, maybe the golden pocket where it creates that fake out and reclaim of the point of control. Faking out the point of control and reclaiming it is going to be the golden ticket. That is a scenario that I would be very confident, because without a doubt, I don't believe that after this leg to the upside that we had throughout the last few days is going to manage to break through $116,000. Of course, could it happen? Yeah, well, it could happen eventually, but staying realistic, there's a lot of resistance. Value area high of the entire range of October. We got a naked point of control from last Tuesday. We do see a possibility of this being impulsive, forming a three-waver, and then obviously collapsing from this zone. I would be interested in speculating on some intraday shorts at the 114K. You got point of control, value area high, lower highs resistance, the 7-8 Fibonacci, which is your ultimate level to form a lower high. There's just a lot going on here. Either in the third wave, attempt a short, or either on the fifth wave to get that correction. It would be an intraday setup to look for a pullback, a decent pullback. There's some good opportunities at this 114K zone. These are intraday, okay? This is not like, it could be the high and we do roll over, okay, if it ends up in a three-wave structure. I will be interested in getting into some shorts intraday, and it possibly could be a swing trade that brings us all the way down to the low 100K levels, okay? So it is the spot to take some decisions with good risk management. However, if we do form that five-wave move to the upside, the retracement, point of control, golden pocket from the low to the high, this will be looking impulsive. That is the opportunity zone. And how I will play this opportunity is faking out from the point of control. If we do get that fake breakdown and recover the point of control with some local bullish market structure with bullish CVDs, that's going to be the golden ticket, because I do believe that this would be the one that stretches the leg. That's going to be the moment of decision to participate in the market again, or either add to long positions if you got into this swing failure pattern down over here, which was a very, very good entry. So what else do we have? Okay, this is only the bullish scenarios. Of course, we do have that inverse head and shoulder scenario, guys. This actually looks pretty damn good. If you're looking at the futures exchange, then you don't have that inverse head and shoulder because you got a wick down to lower levels, okay, on the 10th of October. But this inverse head and shoulder could be on the formation, right? A little bit of hopium. We do get that impulse move to the upside. Let's just say that we do get a five-wave structure, a little pullback here in this zone, and we end up breaking here the neckline at $116,000. I would say that this is likely going to get to 120K plus, okay, on the breakout. So opportunity zones, if you did not long down here, we need to be a little bit patient, see that sign of strength, break the point of control, and wait patiently for the pullback, because the pullback could definitely happen at the value area high here at 114K area. We got a naked point of control. That's where the price could struggle and get a pullback, okay? So pay attention a little bit to this kind of price action that could form. Not saying that it is going to form, but it could form. If it does form like this, then you know where the opportunities lie, right? Fake out of the point of control. This could be corrective, and that's where we want to join the opportunities. Bearish case scenario, because it's not all, you know, sunshine, blue skies, and we're heading up here to all-time high in the next coming days or even couple of weeks. Of course, we need to understand that the movement down from all-time high is aggressive, impulsive move. Now, on the bullish case scenario, we are considering that move to be part of a C wave, right? Part of a corrective structure that we had throughout the last few months. That from all-time high in August, we formed that zigzag up, and an impulse down to form your C wave of a flat. This is why we are considering the bullish case scenarios. It is possible for the moment. We've back tested here the low, as you can see on Coinbase, from the low of the 10th of October at 107K, and we managed to get that bounce here throughout last week very, very nicely. So zooming in here though, on the bearish case, okay, we got a bearish move down. It is an impulse. There's high volume. This move can be counted as a corrective structure. Nice swing failure pattern from 116k, and now this move down does look a bit impulsive, okay? So we want to be aware that even this could be a three-wave move. We failed to break above 111k in the next coming hours, and then we start rolling over. I would classify this as a difficult short, okay? Because a three-wave move like this that only gets on the top of the A wave, it's difficult decision, okay? You can swing failure pattern, but I'm not that interested. I want to see a nice three-wave move up, attempting to break that point of control. And if we do not manage to get to the value area high of the range where we have a naked point of control from last Tuesday, which I am interested in attempting some shorts here, depending on the reaction. If we do not manage to reach all the way up there and we already fail and lose the point of control, then eventually that's the moment that I want to take decisions to look for the short, because we know that the price, if it is going to be bearish, it's just going to start rolling down very aggressively. Where if we do lose the point of control after that three-wave structure, I'm interested in shorts here. If we do not reach there and lose the point of control, then that's the moment that I would be taking some short positions, very, very likely stop loss above the high. I would very much recognize impulsive move down, three-wave corrective structure, impulse down, three-wave correction up, okay, a lower high again, and then we're coming down to hit below 106k. Where's the decision taking? Well, it's basically on that three-wave move to the upside, which I would like to see a successful third wave. Let's be honest, successful third wave, a fourth wave, fifth wave. Great. We got an impulse. It looks strong. Retracement, failed breakout of the point of control, we're long in. However, if it ends up just in a three-wave structure, which will confirm the correction if we lose that point of control and head below the higher lows that we have here in this zone. Yeah, we form this and we fail. Look no further, guys. Three-wave structure, move down. Three-wave structure, losing support. It ain't going to be looking too good. The probabilities could be increasing to tackle below 106k, okay, if we lose that point of control here on the third wave breakout. So that's the decision zone. Do we take decisions here to claim 106k? We realize that the third wave has failed. It is an attempt when we look at Elliott wave theory, okay? That's a little bit on how I'm looking at the market, okay? Super simple, super easy. We just need to remain patient right now. We understand that there is a bullish case scenario. You have the inverse head and shoulder with the neckline that could come all the way up to the 115, 116k throughout the coming days. And we also have backing up that bullish case scenario, the expanding diagonal to the upside. Not the most probable scenario, but we need to consider it. 5-wave up, expanding diagonal, ABC flat. Hey, what if this has been the low in a second wave? Wave 1 here in the expanding diagonal, wave 2 in a flat. We just need to consider it. Even the probabilities are very low, guys, for this. This is a kind of formation that doesn't usually happen on the bullish case, but it could. So we are considering that, where we will confirm that, forming a 5-wave move to the upside here. Rejection, correction, looking for longs on the reclaim of the point of control as explained. Interesting level for shorts, 114k. It could struggle right there. Time to take some decisions. Point of control, fake out. It could be very much a correction after a 5-wave move to the upside. We are looking for the breakout of $116,000, okay? And for the shorts, that 3-wave move to the upside fails to get above the point of control. And then we look for possibly being this an ABC, and then we're looking for the price to roll over to test 106k and maybe even lower. This is going to be the zone of weakness that I would consider taking some short positions very responsibly. Not much more has to be said, guys. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.